Viktor Frankl was imprisoned by the Nazis, and he survived and went on to become a world-renowned psychologist. Here's what he said. Between stimulus and response, there is space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. And in our response lies our growth and our freedom. This quote holds the key to understanding weakness and how to stop giving into it. There's a big misunderstanding out there about what it means to actually be a weak man. Being a weak man is not about sleeping in or about jerking off. These might be side effects of being a weak man, but in truth, I know guys who are not on NoFap who I would consider strong men, and I know plenty of pussy-ass dudes who are out here making videos called NoFap superpowers and all that kind of shit. Anybody can wake up at 5 a.m. and post about it. What makes somebody weak isn't the specifics, it's being out of control in those moments. At the core of the difference between being a weak man and a strong man is control, mainly that being control over your mind, and the degree to which you are a strong man or a weak man is almost directly related to how much you have mastered your mind. If it's Sunday and it's your rest day and you want to sleep in, that doesn't make you a weak man because that was your choice. But when you know you have a workout to complete and you choose to sleep in anyways because that impulse hits you and it's like, oh, I'm just tired, I think I'll go back to sleep, and you hit snooze on the alarm, that is you being weak. In the first instance, you slept in out of choice. In the second instance, you gave control of your life and your decision making over to that voice in your head that was whining like a little bitch about being tired. The thing about being a weak man or a strong man is that it's a decision we have to make in every single moment when there's a decision to be made and we choose to go one direction or another. When Viktor Frankl said between stimulus and response there is choice, what he meant was to say that basically every time you get an impulse, you still have the ability to make a conscious choice about what you're gonna do. When you wake up to an alarm and you feel tired and stiff, that's stimulus. And the stimulus says, go back to sleep, I'm tired, but you still have control over yourself. You never give up the power over what you're going to do in each moment and how you're going to respond to stimulus. But a weak man gives into the stimulus. When things are hard, he quits and makes excuses. And when his vices or compulsive behaviors enter his mind, he immediately drops everything else he's doing and goes and gives into those impulses. It's like he doesn't even realize he has power over his own mind and his own actions. Guys like this genuinely feel out of control over their actions and their decisions, which is an immediate sign that you're being a weak man if you're doing this. I once had a guy DM me on Instagram and he said, I can't wake up on time. What should I do? And it's like, dude, just wake up. What the fuck? This isn't a hard thing. It's so simple. Do you see how powerless that statement sounds? I can't wake up. Yes, you can. Just get out of bed. Every decision is yours to make, and that cannot be taken away from you, even in horrible situations. You may be stuck in a position where every decision you make is still going to suck and it's still going to be painful, but you still have the power to choose which of those options you're going to take. But weakness is giving into your impulses and emotions so that you start acting in a way that isn't disciplined or strong. It doesn't mean that it's easy, but it is true. When the workout's hard and you quit early, that's weakness. When you see an attractive girl and you're like, gee, I should go talk to her, but you give in to fear and don't do anything, that's weakness. When you need to work on your business you're trying to build, or you need to make sales calls so that you can make some money, but instead you decide to give into that impulse and just start scrolling on social media, that's weakness. We are all capable of so much more than we realize, but the first step to getting control of yourself and getting that power back is to realize that between stimulus and response, there is choice over your actions. Because nothing made you jerk off. You might have gotten the stimulus come into your head and the thoughts of you fapping off and all that kind of shit, but you were the one who chose to oblige those thoughts and go give in to the impulse. You are the one responsible for every decision you make, and if you make decisions that go against your goals, whether those be to stop jerking off or to go hit the gym, you have given into weakness. When those thoughts of self-doubt come into your head, you can choose to give into them and quit doing whatever you're trying to accomplish, or you can decide that you're going to keep going and you're going to prove those thoughts wrong. When you're angry, you can choose to let that out on somebody, or you can choose to be mature and let it pass. Your reaction to a situation is always your choice. You didn't get your way? Well, you can cry or you can adapt. A girl rejected you? You can get bitter or you can get better. Now, your goal in life shouldn't be to be perfect, but just to get better every single day. Because I doubt anyone has ever lived their life without giving into weakness at least some. But the best among us are those who have developed the strongest levels of self-mastery so that they don't give into weakness nearly as much as the herd. Every time you feel an impulse, pause and choose to make a conscious decision. That's how you defeat weakness. When the mind tries to convince you that you don't need to work out, you can recognize what's going on and choose to make an empowered decision that moves you towards your goals regardless of what those thoughts are telling you. Stop giving into weakness. You are the alpha male in your own mind, and you're the one who makes the decisions, and you're the one who lives with the results of those decisions. Choose to be strong and embrace that and make empowered decisions. And if you make smart, strong, empowered decisions every single day, eventually you will end up being light years ahead of the average man. You'll be the guy with the confidence, with the money, with the beautiful girls, with really whatever you want in life. The world opens up for the kind of man who has mastered himself. Click this video to learn how you can make smart decisions in your 20s so that you can live the rest of your life as a 1% man.